Valley Vintage. Welcome, welcome. This is Let's Talk Top Coats. What we're going to do tonight is go through probably about 4 different top coats, tell you what they're for, and show you how to use them. We get a lot of questions on top coats. So we're going to get started right away with our first top coat, which is Fusion Mineral Paint Stain. So I like to use this as a top coat. Let me tell you a little bit about this stuff. So it comes in different shades. This one is natural, which is basically they're clear. However, you wouldn't want to use it on very light colors because it can yellow. It's perfect for dark colors like this. So I like to use this over dark colors. And you're probably wondering, why am I sealing a dark color? Well, dark colors, believe it or not, especially black, this is lamp black from General Finishes, show everything. They look great, but they show everything. This is a large sideboard that we're painting for somebody. So I already did 1 coat of this, and I'm gonna do a second coat. I'm only doing a second coat on the drawer fronts and on the top, which I've already done. And I'm going to do a second coat on this drawer and show you how to do it. So the first thing I want to do is take a very fine grit sandpaper. This is a 220 grit. And I'm going to very lightly just sand this down.
Again, numbers of sandpaper. The bigger the number, the higher the number, the finer the paper, the finer the grit is. So 400, very, very fine. 220, 220 is pretty fine. You get into 100, you're starting to make scratches into things.
I like this because this is flexible. We actually sell these. They're really great. You can wash them. They're reusable. So I'm just lightly sanding. So I'm just going to take a cloth and get rid of any dust. Okay, so now I'm going to shake this up really well. This stain and finishing oil is super durable. It's actually made for flooring.
Yeah, so when it dries, you can walk on it.
Yeah,
it doesn't need anything else.
No.
That's it.
It's a stain and finishing oil. Most stains, you stain in one step, and then you need to seal it. This has the sealer built in with it. So I'm going to shake it up good. Let me get my opener. So once I get it open, I'm still going to stir it, even though I shook it up. Because I'm doing, normally what I would do with this stuff is brush it on with a foam brush, but because this is so dark, I don't want to have brush strokes. So what I'm going to do is just pour a teeny bit of this into a plate. I don't need much at all. That's probably too much, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take, this is a very soft,
like an applicator, foam applicator.
Foam applicator.
Yep.
It's lid free. And
it's about 3/4 of an inch of foam inside of it's almost like a tiny pillow.
The only thing I don't like about these is they're not reusable.
Yeah. Well, once you put the stain and finishing oil in it,
Exactly.
you're committed.
So I'm just going to dab this into my stain and finishing oil, and I'm going to go right on here in a circular motion. Probably more than I need, but that's okay. Take the other side of it, the clean side, and I'm going to use that to buff this.
And you're doing it right away.
Yeah. You do not want to use this on very light colors because it will yellow. But it's great on medium to dark colors. And here's another little tip. If you're using a shade, so let's say you were using espresso stain and finishing oil.
Which is very dark.
Which is very dark. And you're happy with the way it looks. You don't want it any darker, but you want more protection. You could do more coats of the natural over it because it's super durable. So that's it. That is all there is to applying the stain and finishing oil, okay? And in particular, over a very dark color. So the second piece we're gonna do, the second top coat we're gonna do is by Paint Couture, okay? This is their satin top coat, very durable, and it's water-based. So what does that mean? Well, for one thing, since it's water-based, I don't want to shake it up.
You'll get bubbles in it.
Yep. If you shake it up by mistake, just set it aside for like half an hour and then go back to it. It's got like a milky consistency. It is going to dry clear. And I'm just going to take a popsicle stick. If you have paint, stirrers, whatever you have, that's fine. And I'm going to mix this up really well. With this, I'm going to use a foam brush. This is a Gen brush. We actually have a lot of these, and we're going to start selling them pretty soon. And I'm just going to dip this in here. And start applying it to my piece. So I'm applying it in nice even strokes. I don't want to be like this. I want to have nice long even strokes with this. And I don't want to mess with it too much. Now when I say I don't want to mess with it too much, I don't want to keep going back and forth. I want to kind of get it, I want to just get it on in a nice even way and then move on. Because the more you mess with it, it's going to get tacky, it's going to get a lot of brush marks, and that's not a good thing. Good, I don't have any drips. And you want to be going in one direction, so I'm not going to be going like in all different directions. And that's all it is to it. If you want to do more than one coat, what you want to do is wait at least 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. You can even wait overnight.
And it dries clear.
Yeah, with top coats, I generally like to wait overnight. You could give it a nice light sanding like we did before. I like to do that in between top coats and then add another coat. That's all there is to it.
Yep.
This is a really good all-around durable top coat. By the way, because this is water-based, I can go ahead and wash this and reuse it over and over. If you use an oil-based paint, you want to use an oil-based top coat. If you used an oil-based paint, you do not want to use a water-based top coat. So water should not go over oil. So I'm actually going to jump back over to I have 2 water-based top coats tonight and 2 oil-based. So I'm going to use another oil-based top coat. This one is from General Finishes and it's called Armor Seal. Okay. So this is Armor Seal. It's by General Finishes, and I also picked the satin. However, it does come in flat. It comes in gloss and semi-gloss. Because this is oil-based, I'm going to shake it up. If it was not oil-based, I would not shake it up. Okay, so I shook this up, But guess what? I'm still gonna stir it. Okay, so this is an oil-based top coat. So I'm gonna use a foam brush and I'm just gonna brush it on. So now I'm going to take a shop towel. This is just a plain blue shop towel. You see that you can get these in any hardware store. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to wipe it back, going with the grain. I'm just wiping back the excess. It. So that was the oil-based General Finishes Armor Seal. That's what we used right there. Okay, so I have another one of these. We did several of these. And I'm going to use a product from Real Milk Paint. And this is called Finishing Cream. Now, this is a water-based product. It's a little bit different than anything else that we have shown you so far, and it's really cool. This is great for pieces like this. It's great for furniture. It's great for cabinets, and you can clean it with soap and water. The stain and finishing oil that we did first, you can, after a period of time, paint over it. So if you don't like it, you can paint over it after a period of time. Any water-based top coat, you can paint over it.
Yep.
So this is the finishing cream, and it is like a cream. Okay, so I'm gonna start, I'm using a foam brush again, and I'm just gonna start wiping it on, or I should say brushing it on. Tell you a little something else about this product. It comes tinted. So if you want to seal your piece and maybe age it a little bit, you can use this and it's one step. So I'm gonna put this aside.
And so you're not wiping that back at all. You just put it on and leave it.
Not
So,
wiping
okay,
it
so
back.
this doesn't get wiped back.
No.
Just leave it just like that.
So this is the one, I did this one the other day with the Real Milk Paint Finishing Cream. And it's got a really nice sheen to it. The last top coat we're gonna use tonight is also a Fusion product. It's the beeswax finish. I do beeswax finish. It's all natural. It's hemp oil and beeswax. This is what it looks like.
Beeswax. If you've ever seen a beeswax candle, it looks just like it.
Yeah.
Same color.
And it smells like, I mean, it's
beeswax.
very
It's beeswax.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard. If you've ever used a hard furniture wax, it's kind of hard. What you can do is you can take it and put it in your microwave for about 5 seconds or so.
Not too long.
But what I'm going to do is use a wax brush and just kind of work it to soften it.
Friction will melt.
And I think you guys can see right away. So to apply this, I'm just gonna get out of here. You're too noisy. I'm just gonna brush this on. And this is food safe. So if you have a butcher block countertop, so normally what I would do with this is let it sit for a while. Due to, you know, the time of the video, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna put it aside just for a minute and I'm gonna go back and look and see how our other top coats are doing. And this is if I wanted to do another coat, which I'm not going to do because this was my second one already, I'd wanna wait overnight for this. But look how nice it looks. Doesn't that look great?
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got the Paint Couture satin top coat, which is starting to dry. Can you see that? And it's just drying completely clear. So this will probably be dry completely in about another 15 minutes.
Mm.
But if I want to do another top coat on, if I want to do another coat, I'm gonna wait overnight. I think with top coats, you're always better waiting overnight. I would give it a light sand with this, and then do the, you know, wipe away the
With
dust.
the 220.
Yep, wipe away the dust, and then do another top coat. This is water-based, so we don't wipe it back.
And we don't shake it.
Right. This is the one that we used the armor seal on. And it's not completely dry, but you can see that it's starting to dry.
But it shows that distress like
It does.
right out
It
there.
looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the last one. This is the one we did with the finishing cream. And it's already drying. I have a teeny bit right there, but otherwise it's already drying. Okay, so the last one we did was the Fusion Beeswax finish, which is a hemp oil beeswax. For a piece that's going to get a lot of high traffic, that you're going to be wanting to clean a lot, this is not the go-to top coat. So here I go. I'm going to take another one of these shop cloths and I'm just going to wipe this back. Let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. Take a cloth. Now, if you don't want to use shop cloths, any lint-free cloth is fine. And then you're gonna just wipe it back. If you want to buff it a little bit, go right ahead, but you don't have to. That's it. Good night, everybody. Take care.